It is... what's today? Thursday, the 24th of October. And we're back for more GoPro testing, except this time we're probably going to leave the house a little. I've just started this on OBS because we've got the two GoPros on the wobbly mount, I guess. This is basically going to be like the world's roughest stabilization test because this mount is awful. It's a Tupperware lid with two GoPro things on either side. I think I can show you if, yeah, okay, we got the big camera. What? This way? Nope, other way. Yeah, so Tupperware lid mount should be sufficiently wobbly. What? Let's go back to the GoPro. It's 7:15, hello. No, why? No, what? The other craziness is that, so last night I just kicked off the GoPro 8 to see, it crashed, and I kind of wanted to see how it crashed. I set up a Wireshark, which is like collecting the packets, just to see what happens when it crashes. This morning I woke up and the GoPro Hero 8 had like 9.5 hours on the clock. It had been streaming fine for 9.5 straight hours. Admittedly in the same place, like, you know, I was just over at Wi-Fi, like to somewhere locally, but still, I could never get more than 6.5 maybe out of the 7 in perfect conditions. I let it go till 10.5 and it's still fine. I'm using the wrong mic. Wait, am I? Thanks. And I think we're on different time schedules. Hold on. What if I do this? Is it synced now? It doesn't matter. We're not going to be in here very long, hopefully. But I am going to switch to the dual GoPro. They both look exactly the same. That's actually kind of cool. I'm like, are they the same? Did I mess something up? No, okay, cool. They are actually different GoPros. So if we pick this up, I'm kind of curious what kind of stabilization is on. It doesn't, I think it's just basic. I think it's just like basic hyper smooth. So it's kind of like, as it wobbles, you still get wobbly. I was gonna try and locally record like with the highest stabilization on both and compare that to the stream and just try and work out exactly which one they're using. So we're just gonna kind of walk around the house. It is, yeah, that is quite wobbly. It's probably wobbly in a weird way. I don't know where you'd get these kind of shakes, you know? But I'm not really making much of an attempt to keep things stable. The other thing that we're going to test today is, firstly, it's quite windy if we go outside. Secondly, it's hot as balls. It is like 30 degrees. It's like 10 degrees hotter than it was yesterday, which is ridiculous. So we're going to see if anything overheats. Yeah, I don't know. Seems fine. I guess. I don't know if that's enough wobbling to kind of get a good idea. I wasn't really watching. But this is, yeah. Like I kind of noticed that before. Is it possible that while streaming, the 7 is actually better? Like they're definitely both wobbling about as much as each other. I need like a face cam, like pointing at this to determine the wobble. Or maybe it's just what they changed. Or like what they changed in their like I don't know, like their algorithm, their like electronic stabilization. So I don't know. Hey, Spider-Faced! And also, hi, Deathload Satan. Old Dwarven Giant, yeah. I mean, no summary yet. We only just started. The 8 is super warm, but it is. I would say that the 7 is more accurate to what this room currently looks like with the light. Like, we don't have any like red lights on, it's just natural sunlight. And it's not like our walls aren't that orange. No, there's no FPS on the 8. Or there's no FPS settings at all. Give me a sec, I'll just check. No, yeah, like OBS is behaving. If we switch to the big 8, is it still kind of framey, or is it just when it tries to compensate for the wobble that it kind of judders around and freaks out a little? Oh, watch out for drop. No drop bears yet, but now it's summer, they're all coming out. They're gonna come and get you. Yeah, so it's kind of a pity we don't get like the super nice boost stabilization on the 8, but that's life, I guess. So amazingly, the GoPro 7, like it didn't initially start. Classic. I did, instead of yoinking the battery with the 7, I've just been testing holding down the power button for like 10 seconds, and apparently that does a battery yoink hard reset. I don't know if it actually does, but it came back after that. So I'm going to stop the stream on the 7 and just record. I'm pretty sure it's got Hypersmooth turned on, kind of to the best of its ability. And I want to see if it's kind of holding anything back compared to the 8. Or if the 8 is on par with the Hypersmooth on the 7. You know? Wait, 7:15. What happened yesterday? Sorry. The warm color or the FPS thing, or the wobbliness? I mean, the wobbliness is totally the mount. Like this. Oh, hold on. I'll switch to. Yeah. Okay. There we go. We've got the front cam. You gotta see just how much. I keep pushing this on the wrong side. This is wobbling as I kind of hold it. Like. This is not a stable mount at all. And just to chatting, we are heading up to Queensland are our travel plans. We're not leaving the country until next year when it gets warmer everywhere else, I think. Yeah, there's no tightening this mount. This is like the hardest of the hard that I figured, like, I can hold this more steady than this mount does, as evidenced, I guess, by yesterday. So maybe just as it kind of gets freaky, as it as it needs to try and stabilize, like it actually like drops frames attempting it. Or maybe it just looks juddery because it's crappy. Hey, Jupiter Olympius, how you doing? Kinda stinky pinky winky. No, really. I think some kids in the neighborhood go around. And Weasela, hello. How are you? I hope you're going well. The GoPro is. Hold on, I'm gonna switch back to big GoPro. The GoPro 8 is a lot better than the 7. It's a lot more stable. Also, I found the guy that did a teardown, and it turns out that they're the same. Oh, it's like the same guy that did that worked out that, like, I think it was like the Hero 6 had the same firmware hardware as the Hero 5, and you could cross flash them or something. And yeah, so the main changes that they found in the GoPro 8 was, firstly, they changed the Wi-Fi chip, which might be why it's no longer kind of dropping that out so frequently. Secondly, they really boosted like the power circuits. Although at the moment I've just got like a standard GoPro battery in here. I don't have like the whiz bang blue top one or in the 8. And I've got the whiz bang blue top one in the 7. It doesn't seem to make it any different. But yeah, so maybe a lot of the GoPro 7's bugs were actually caused by the fact that it was like browning itself out or something, trying to draw too much power. Because I've seen like the crash mode that it seems to happen when you're setting up the live streaming is when you hit the button to go live, the GoPro 7 goes blank and then it resets, which to me looks a lot like what would happen if something went just like tits up wrong, and then it's like, okay, reset like the entire device, go back to the start. So yeah, it is okay. So the stabilization is crazy good. There is no crazy good stabilization on while you're live streaming. It's only while you're recording that we can find. Speaking of crashing, I think the GoPro 7 just went. Bye, GoPro 7. Did it? I'm pretty sure I hadn't turned it off yet. Yep. Bye, GoPro 7. We hardly knew ye. So on the upshot, this was another thing that I wanted to test, is when the 7 dies, will the 8 die with it? The 8 is still going because I'm talking to you guys on it. So that's good, I guess. So yeah, no boost stabilization during live streaming. It's fine while it's while you're locally recording. It's beautiful while you're locally recording. And no, what's the other thing? Oh, and the overheating will test today because it's hot as balls outside. And this is like our first hot day in ages. So we're gonna, I guess, switch, hold on. I need to switch back to this cam. We're just gonna record a video locally as soon as I can get the 7 turned on. Oh, just a chatting. The text really clear down the bottom, like the chat text. I'm running the stream in 1080p over OBS, and I think it's really just the resolution that's kind of bumping it up, because normally this is a 480p, a 720p stream, and making it look nice. I have kind of messed this up because, actually no, I can use a phone. I always forget this. Yeah, I've got, look at this cam, Dweezler. Don't look at, I'm gonna hide my face on the big cam because the sound is synced to this one. It's not synced to the big camera. Rabbit Food Fed, thank you for the bits. And there are SD cards in the cameras, Old Dwarven Giant, but you can run a live stream without an SD card, so I don't think it uses it for buffering. I don't think it really makes a difference to the frame rate. I really think it's just the EIS really struggling with this shitty ass mount. We broke Hypersmooth too. We need boost. Darn it, GoPro. Give us boost. Scuffed goggles at the moment, we're just streaming over Wi-Fi. We're actually streaming locally over Wi-Fi to this laptop down here. Later on, we'll go out over 4G and see how it goes. But it's super nice because under certain circumstances, I think when the connection just drops, I think if the RTMP server closes the connection, the GoPro won't reconnect. But if the connection just drops or your Wi-Fi drops out, then it will try to reconnect, which is sweet. All right, let's connect to what? Ooh, hold on. I'm gonna put you guys down. Stop your wobbling. I'm gonna connect to the GoPro 7. And move back to the main GoPro so that the audio actually syncs up. So Jupiter Olympius, I would say if you're recording locally, I guess if you really want the stabilization, then yeah, like it helps. But the 7s is pretty good. Like I feel like there aren't, I don't know. Maybe there are many situations for the, or I guess that that you need nice smooth stabilization. Give me a sec. I'm gonna grab I'm gonna get this video going, and then we will, and then I'll answer more questions. Sorry. So I want 720. You can't record 720p30. That's really funny. All right, I want 1080p30 then. Field of view is wide. That will match. We got stabilization on. Short clip length. ProTune. I think any of the ProTune settings I have really affect this. Okay, cool. So now if we record our video, oh, that's interesting. I think I was trying to record a video the other day, or yesterday on the 8th, and it didn't let you preview while you were recording. All right. So let's see. Oh, what did I just... Oh, that doesn't matter. Let's go for another walk. And we'll try... Actually, I should have really been locally recording on the 8th while I did this. You know what? Let's do that. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna switch the 8 off and set up local recording. Because that might be a little more fun. Do you think having to take out the cover to use external battery on the 8 would be a problem? Pongy, so you can actually charge the 8 while... Hold on, I've got to switch camera to show you guys this. Alright, cool. You can actually charge the camera on the 8 while it's running. It won't charge, but it also won't discharge. So you just plug the USB-C cable in. I've got like this battery mounted on the back. And yeah, like it started at 100%. It's still at 100%. If it drops to 50%, it will stay at 50%. Heaven forbid your battery dies, because then your GoPro starts discharging and you can't get it back because you got to start the live stream again. But you don't actually need a I guess like a dummy battery. And I just have the battery thing off. I'm waiting. Apparently there's rumors that people are going to make like a cover with a hole for the USB-C port. I'm kind of waiting for that, because that is probably a bit more legit than this. Although if you do need to yoink the battery, which I haven't yet, it's so easy on the GoPro 8. I'm gonna... Give me a sec. There we go. Okay, so now hopefully you guys should be in sync with the big camera. Sorry if you're watching the little one. And yeah, Dweezil, there's kids playing outside. I'm gonna stop the GoPro 8 stream, and then I'm gonna reconnect to it, but I'm actually gonna tell it to record stuff. Yeah, the 7 does it as well, Pongy. I mean, it's nice. It would be better, in my opinion, if it charged. But yeah, the fact that it doesn't discharge at all, I'm pretty happy with. And it doesn't draw that much power as well. I think it draws about half an amp at 5 volts. So 2.5 watts roughly. So you don't need like a special fast charging power bank or whatever. It'll just draw from literally anything. And stay solid. Yes, you do need to have that side door exposed, which means you lose the waterproofness. But you needed that on the other one anyway. And like I said, if they can get a cover, like I'm not going to be submerging it with a battery plugged into it, but like rain, I'm hoping if I kind of like do my little silicon trick around the port, it'll be right. Oh, the other really cool thing, actually, and I'm just going to double check that this battery is charging it, is that you can, I don't know if you can see, like that's on. You can yoink out the battery, it's still on, like, and you can just swap the battery over with an external like power source plugged in. Still on, and then you can pop the battery back in. The battery's actually kind of warm. So if you do want to, if you want to go the route where you carry multiple batteries and you do keep your waterproofing, you can do that. You just need to plug the an external power bank in while you swap the battery. Oh, nips. Sorry guys, I gotta put in my RTMP address by hand because I copied and pasted over it. Alright. Save a copy on my SD card. Ooh. Oh no, there it comes. Go live. Ooh. Did it work? Let's find out. Okay. It's a bit out of sync, but what can you do? Actually, I think it's out of sync because I tried to sync it up with the other GoPro. Give me a sec. I might just undo that, since we're not streaming with the 7 anymore. Okay, cool. It's a little more in sync. Old Dwarven Giant, so the way that I've I feel like you can kind of waterproof it with, I don't know, have you seen Maritime Power, like 12 volt power, where they're kind of like, they have a slot in, and then a cover, and then a seal, and like, it's probably not super waterproof, but waterproof enough. Again, like there's a difference between waterproof, and just like, you know, submerging underwater versus like just, I don't know, getting caught in a rainstorm versus getting caught in a typhoon. There are many levels, but it should be good. And yeah, Pongy, like that's pretty useful. I think I tried that with the 7, and half the time when I yoinked the battery, like, I don't know, the USB wasn't providing enough power and it'd die anyway, so yeah. Cool, we got that set up. Let's start the 7 recording and then we'll have a look at how that turns out. I feel like it might just turn out the same. Like, we might just be relegated to basic hyper smooth for our wobble test. You know what would be really nice is it if it applied the good hyper smooth to the local recording, but I mean that's a freaking pipe dream at this stage. Like, let's face it. Can I connect to the GoPro 7? Hey, who knows this screen? Yeah, who's played this game before? Doesn't look good. So basically, in the side-by-side test, I'm long power button resetting the 7 again. The 7 has not been performing very well, which I don't know if the 7 is just butts or if the 8 is just good. Like, maybe my standards have been lowered. Okay, let's try that again. Do GoPros autofocus? I've never even noticed it, to be honest. Or if GoPros, like I've never seen it hunting. I just kind of assumed they were fixed focus and had like a fairly wide, like focal depth. Yeah. If I put stuff really close, I don't think it really goes into focus. And Pongy, anytime. Yeah, please ask as many questions as you want because if yeah, I will do the same. If I see like someone with a piece of kit, I'm like, oh my god, can you please try this, and this in these oddly specific circumstances. But yeah, no, it is super useful to actually have your hands on one of these rather than relying on YouTube reviews or what people have thought to test. Video 1080 wide. Yeah, definitely got stabilization on. And there's no like option for this. Like the 8 has like a bunch of different. Did that just crash while? No, yeah, okay, cool. Like 7's not even recording. Absolutely peachy. That is. What if I just hit the button? Oh my god. You guys are gonna see this. This is hilarious. Just hopefully it's gonna work this time, and hopefully this is what makes it work. Watch this front screen when I hit the button to record on the GoPro Hero 7. Oh, blank screen, freak out, reset. Wow. Like, I mean, I knew the live streaming was a bit of a dumpster fire, but this thing literally has one job, to record video. And at this stage, it can't even do that. How? Wow. You just cover the entire thing in epoxy. That would make it waterproof. I don't know how I don't know, like, the waterproofing seems like a bit of a trade-off between, like, it being waterproof and it not just like overheating to high heaven because you've put it in a greenhouse. I can't believe I even bought the 7. Like, what was I thinking? Are you gonna start now, buddy? Are you out of your funk? No. I can't start the GoPro 7 to actually record a test video. Like, don't get me wrong, I prepared for a lot of things, a lot of technical issues for this stream, but I definitely did not prepare for that. That is, I don't know what to do now. I guess I gotta take it all apart. Maybe it's, I don't know, I'll unplug the charger. Go back to basics and yoink the battery. Needs to calm down. So Spider-Faced, I don't know if you were in here at the very start. I turned on the 8 to try and like catch any like crashes or whatever from its streaming when I went to bed. 9.5 hours later when I woke up, it was still streaming. So yeah, like, hats off. Thanks for fixing your bugs, GoPro. Oh, weird. When I unplug the power, it started. Okay, fine. I'll take it. I will take it. Yeah. That is... Oop. That is, yeah, like that was quite nice. Okay, so now we're recording. We've got 7.5 minutes before the actual test starts, but we're gonna go walking around. Pongy, it was 10.5 hours when I had to stop it because you can't charge when you're recording, and I just assumed it would die kind of overnight. And then like charge itself to full. I had to stop it so that the GoPro could charge so that we could use it today. That's kind of why like we're out and about a bit late. All right, so things shaking around as usual. We're coming down the stairs, wandering around. GoPro 8, I don't know, yeah, a bit glitchy. GoPro 7, curious to see how it goes. It might just be like I don't know. Like, you'd think that they would have left the original Hypersmooth kind of alone and put their efforts into the high and the boost modes on the 8. So you wouldn't be losing anything. Oh, hey, we got a moth. Hey, buddy. Oh, okay, you hide down there. You wouldn't be losing anything by, you know, not having the bigger ones, but possibly they've edited it. I don't know. Okay. So you got, what's that, about a minute and 42 of really wobbly footage. I'm gonna switch. Ooh. Okay, cool. And I'm going to stop the 7 and stop the 8 from recording as well. Oh, it was a moth. Stinky Pinky Winky is a tiny moth. I kinda... Actually, can I just download both of these videos? How does this work? Like, how do I get stuff off my GoPro? Like, I kid you not, guys, I've never actually locally recorded on the 7. That's a little embarrassing. I've just used them for, oh, someone's angry. Yeah, I've just used them for streaming. Okay. So we got activity cam 8. I have a video. Download to app? I guess I can share this straight to YouTube. I mean, I could just plug it into my laptop, right? This is how this works. I remember this. Forget that. I don't know why I'm putting it on there. These things have USB cables plugged into them. Alright. Cool. Also, that guy that kind of like did the GoPro hacks earlier, they put like debugging information for getting a console on the GoPro, and I am super keen to check that out. Apparently you get access to the file system, so maybe there's hope yet. The Osmo Pocket has no Wi-Fi, Stinky Pinky Winky, which makes me super sad. Wait, is that the gimbal one? Or is that their action cam? Because yeah, if it's the gimbal one, it has no Wi-Fi, and that's just, yeah. Sorry guys about the audio. I can't OBS. Thank you, Stinky, for letting me know. Yeah, I only have one USB port, so we gotta do this one at a time. On this laptop. I should write that that was a 7. And we'll grab the other one. Did the audio come back? I hope it did. Otherwise, I've broken something else.